Hey, and welcome to Aussie Vision. We are on day 6 of Eurovision rehearsals, and we're on to Big Five now, and we've just seen Italy. Now, I'm with Liv, and we both had Italy as our number one song coming into the contest. So a lot of expectations. How do you think Måneskin went on the first rehearsal, Liv?
Really well, really, really well. I think the main thing that really stands out to me is there's not many bands in the competition this year. And I think what they will do, just intrinsically, no matter what they're singing or anything, it's going to stand out no matter what. And especially since it's in Italian, there aren't that many songs that are in native languages this year. And there is something quite captivating about it. As soon as they came out, I thought, yeah, this stands out immediately. And then their staging generally, there's some really nice concepts in there, ones that stick with you. The opening, Damiano, the main draws you in, and then there's a little bit in the middle where we kind of lose a connection with the band members for a while, but then they kind of bring us back in the bridge, and then we kind of lose it a bit. But I'm thinking with some adjustments to the cameras and getting them a little bit more intimate somehow, then a lot of these things can be worked out.
Yeah, totally. I was like the first run, I was a bit worried and a bit disappointed, and then second run, it completely just changed it for me. That opening is really strong, actually, really, really, really strong. And then I agree when the two members go out onto the other stages, it just doesn't work. When they're tight, it's great, and then also when they're singing to each other, you kind of lose a bit of connection there. But I like that they're connected, so it's just about the balance of that. But wow, that last 30 seconds comes in big. Having pyro, having fire, like it just gives you that level of having almost a rock concert combined with a Eurovision concert, and that's great at the start, at the end. And I think we've just got to, as you say, it can be tightened up with camera shots, and if that's all they really have to do, mainly have to do, that's fixable.
Yeah, it was a good first rehearsal. When we compare it to a lot of other first rehearsals, very strong. And when you look at them with Sanremo, they've proven that they can do that connection on stage. They just need to get the camera work right. It's not that they don't have the chemistry. It's just at the moment it feels like the shots are being taken from like 500 meters away, and they're just sort of chilling. Like I feel like they needed almost someone on stage with them more often. I think it would have been tricky to have a cameraman on stage, but I feel like that's what it needed to actually get it. And then there were some other shots where it's spinning around them, but they're spinning so fast that they all just kind of blurred together. And I'm just going, like, I'm trying to focus on their faces, and I know they want to create movement, but if they just slowed it down a little bit, I think it would still do the right things, but I'd actually be able to see them.
I agree. I think the biggest connection with them from Sanremo and what I've seen from them is them, and seeing their faces and seeing them perform and looking amazing. And when we do get to see that throughout, because there's some really good shots of it, it connects so well. And when it's not, like when there's back turned and these are camera shots, and so if they could just tighten them, that'd be great. Costume wise, I mean, he's shirtless. He's shirtless, isn't he? I think.
Yes.
Yeah. And
yes,
so I mean,
he's wearing like a mini scarf thing, but
there's something, isn't there? So I mean, that has impact as well at the start. I mean, maybe I would have liked a more cohesive look altogether, but it is, when he comes out, he just looks like a rock star. And it does work in that way. So well, look, it sounds like a good, competent first rehearsal for a big rock. It's very hard to do the rock thing, and I think they're going to be able to make it work overall. So I feel okay with it. But as you had high expectations.
Yeah, it's always tricky. I think my wish list going forward is that somehow they get a little bit more of the other band members as well, because they are a four and they have so much, camaraderie between them.
Yeah.
We got Damiano really well, but I felt like I barely saw the other three, and they're all fantastic. So just a little bit more focus on them, and then if they brought back an outfit like from Sanremo, I would go bananas, because I just think it would do the Eurovision stage. They're quite flamboyant in their style. And I mean, I have a cheeky suspicion that they're not going to stay with that outfit, especially Damiano might, but this is just me.
Yeah.
Damiano might. But the other band members, it just, for such fashionistas, it didn't feel like it and I feel like they'll maybe review
Maybe
this
you
and
reckon
change
they
it, but
could be holding back on something potentially? Or they just
I
realise
think,
that they've got it wrong?
well, I'm
Either.
hoping it's
Just
the
change it.
former. But I think they'll review it. Honestly, these guys, they're cool. Like their Instagrams, they are like models. So
Yeah.
I think they'll review it. Maybe I'm hoping they do anyway.
Okay, well, look, let's wait and see. The second rehearsal can change dramatically. We've already seen costume changes throughout in Eurovision and major changes to camera work and staging. So I think by the second rehearsal, we're going to see a really good package. But right, thanks, Liv, for joining us for this evening. And let's see where Måneskin go next.
Ciao, buona notte.
Ciao. See you later.